5 entitled Senator Bar and Bear Open Public Meeting Act. New Jersey Casino Control Commission on December 11, 2019, filed with Secretary of State at the State House in Trenton an annual meeting schedule. Any member who wishes to address the commission will be given an opportunity to do so. Before the commission adjourns for the day. Please acknowledge the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, everyone. Please answer when I call your name for the roll, please. Commissioner Cooper?
Here.
And Chairman Pelosi?
Here.
Thank you. The first matter on the agenda is the ratification of the minutes of both the September 16, 2020 public meeting and the November 4 through 5, 2020 special meeting. I'll call them separately for your response and vote. With respect to the September 16, 2020 minutes?
Are there any questions for council or corrections? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make the motion to ratify the minutes of the September 16th, 2020 meeting.
I'll second that. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. As to the November 4 through 5, 2020 special meeting?
Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I will make the motion to ratify the minutes of the November 4th and November 5th, 2020 meeting.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Also, I'll read the opening statement now.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry. My apologies, Mr.
No
Chairman.
I am again pleased to be able to chair this meeting from the Commission's office in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and I welcome everyone who is joining us remotely today. As a measure to mitigate the spread of COVID-19 and to protect the health and safety of meeting participants, as well as the members of the public interested in the meeting, the Commission is using remote collaboration technology for meeting participants. The public is able to listen through access provided on the Commission's website as well as through YouTube channel. We will accept public comments via email. Public comments can be sent to public.comments@cc.state.nj.us. I'll repeat that. public.comments@cc.state.nj.us. Beginning now and any time throughout the meeting, ending at the time of adjournment. This meeting is being transcribed as well as recorded, and minutes will be available on our website in due course. To meeting participant callers, I ask that you follow the instructions provided with the web link or the audio call-in code and place your phones on mute until your matter is called. Also, please remember to identify yourself before speaking.
Thank you. I apologize for the interruption earlier. And we can now move to item number 2, which is applications for initial casino key employee licenses. They include Laura M. Boise, Thomas Kelly, Darren M. Lynch, Oliver J. Reed, Andres Ringafo, Gerald R. Rusomano, Susan Varing, also known as Susan Masori, Melina J. Valajes, also known as Melina J. Valajes Valdez, Keith Wall, Kathy J. Whitlock. All those matters have been reviewed by the division as well as staff, and there are no objections to your consideration of their initial casino key employee licensure, and we recommend that you grant them.
Are there any questions on any of these matters? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the 8 initial casino key employee licenses.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Okay, with respect to item 2D and item 2E, which are Mr. Reed, Oliver J. Reed, and Mr. Andre Rengifo. Those two, there have been objections raised with respect to those two items of number 2, and we recommend that those matters be remanded to the conference process for hearing.
Are there any questions regarding these matters? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to remand for a hearing the 2 initial casino key employee license applications.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Item number 3 are applications for resubmitted casino key employee licenses. Wonder if I need a sip of water before I start reading these names. The first is Angela M. Bashini, Joseph M. Bashini Jr., Patrick Saboldi, April C. Delaringa, also known as April Witzke, Matthew N. Drazunik, Michael A. Escort, Angel S. Flores Jr., also known as Angel Flores Vega, Diana M. Gomartin, also known as Diana M. Starkey, Francis J. Heck III, Mohammed Ramadan Mubarak Edin, James J. Priedemann, Anthony C. Previty, Franco A. Politi, Donald J. Rogowski, Walter P. Simon, Diane S. Simpson, also known as Diane S. Mathis, Sherlana P. Stewart, Francis X. Sweeney, Julio A. Torres, and Sandra L. Tozy, also known as Sandra Tozy Yanni. They are identified as 3A through T on the agenda. There are no recommendations to remand any of those matters. They have been reviewed by the division as well as commission staff with a recommendation that those resubmissions be granted.
Are there any questions for council? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the 20 resubmitted casino key employee licenses.
I'll second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 4 are approvals through delegation of authority between September 12, 2020 and November 12, 2020 pursuant to resolution number 17011111C. Believe Mr. Ehler is available to review those matters with you. However, no action is required.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioner Cooper. Patrick Ehler, Manager of Licensing and Financial Evaluation for the Casino Control Commission here. Between September 12th and November 12th, 2020, the following approvals were granted via delegated authority by the staff of the Regulatory Affairs Division. On September 17, 2020, a temporary casino key employee license was granted to Brett Volpe for a dual-rate sportsbook writer/supervisor position at Resorts Casino. On September 23, 2020, a temporary casino key employee license was granted to Gloria J. Edwards for the position of casino cashiering supervisor at Ocean Casino. On October 1st, 2020, a temporary casino key employee license was granted to Christy Harker for the Director of Customer Relationship Management position at Resorts Digital Gaming. On October 2, 2020, a temporary casino key employee license was granted to 2 M. Maddox for an assistant shift manager / floor person position at Ocean Casino. On October 6, 2020, a temporary casino key employee license was granted to Anthony Taylor for a lead surveillance officer position at Bally's Casino. On October 7, 2020, a temporary casino key employee license was granted to Joseph M. DePietro for a dual-rate sportsbook writer / supervisor position at Resorts Casino. On October 21st, 2020, a temporary casino key employee license was granted to Namoda O. Adebawali for a director of slot operations position at Borgata Casino. And on November 9th, 2020, a temporary casino key employee license was granted to Nicole R. Bucciarelli for a slot service supervisor position at Tropicana. This shall memorialize the noted approvals, and no further commission action is required.
Thank you. Item number 5 is a request for inactivation of certain casino key employee licenses. Mr. Ehler will review those with you as well.
Good morning again. Patrick Ehler, Manager of Licensing and Financial Evaluation for the Casino Control Commission. In lieu of filing a casino key employee license review application, the following 3 individuals have requested to be placed on the inactive list not to exceed 5 years. The 3 individuals are William G. Pison Jr., Therese M. Sandland, and Carla Windish. Commission staff recommends granting the requested relief.
Are there any questions? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the requested relief and order that the 3 casino key employee licenses be inactivated.
I'll second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 6 are consideration of the lapsing of casino key employee licenses, and Mr. Ehler will review those with you.
Thank you. Patrick Ehler of the Casino Control Commission. First, I want to note that 2 individuals that were on the agenda for this item have since filed a casino key employee license review application and were removed from consideration in this item. They are David S. Halveston and Saida R. Nahar. The following individuals' casino key employee license review filing deadline has passed. None of the individuals have filed a casino key employee license review application or requested to be placed on the inactive list. They are Kenneth W. Adams, Svetlana E. Alexandrova, Kevin A. Allen, Christina F. Best, Stephen D. Caldwell, Maria I. Campolo, Stephen J. Colaci, Paul D. DeVault, Joseph J. Devine, Mario A. Di Giuseppe, Leon V. Earp, Kenneth J. Jansen, Ned A. Larive, Robert L. Luciano, Carolyn V. McKenzie, Joseph R. Mayer, Joseph L. McCarthy, Michael D. McClellan, Paul N. Anasilla, Trey J. Severs, William A. Sherman, Joseph C. Simonetti, Christopher M. Speziali, Nicholas T. Brolis, Sarah M. Williams, and Daniel H. Yu. Staff recommends that the casino key employee licenses of these individuals be deemed to have lapsed.
Are there any questions on any of these matters? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to find that the 26 Casino Key employee licenses lapsed pursuant to NJAC 19:41A-6.1F of the regulation.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 7 is the joint petition of Caesars Entertainment, Inc., Harrah's Atlantic City Operating Company, LLC, Bally's Park Place, LLC, Boardwalk Regency, LLC, and Tropicana Atlantic City Corp., requesting permission for Timothy J. Lambert to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Senior Vice President and Counsel, Regional Operations and Compliance, pending his plenary qualification. Senior Counsel Pimpinelli is on the line to review that matter with you.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioner Cooper. Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel for the Commission, appearing for your consideration is the petition for temporary qualification of Timothy Lambert to serve as the Senior Vice President and Counsel, Regional Operations and Compliance for Caesars Entertainment, Inc., pending his plenary qualification. You have staff's memo for this matter. A draft resolution was circulated to the parties. Bessie Sacco is appearing on behalf of petitioners, and Tracy Richardson is appearing on behalf of the division. I would just ask counsel to enter their appearances at this time.
Beth Sacco, Vice President of Legal Regulatory Affairs, Caesars Entertainment.
Tracy Richardson for the Division of Gaming Enforcement.
Are there any questions for counsel? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and authorize Timothy J. Lambert on a temporary basis and prior to his plenary qualification to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Senior Vice President and Counsel, Regional Operations and Compliance for Caesars Entertainment, Inc., in accordance with NJSA 5:12-85.1C and NJAC 13:69C-2.7.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
And Chairman Pelosi?
Yes.
Thank you. Item number 8 is the petition of AC Ocean Walk, LLC, for the issuance of a temporary casino key employee license to Warren B. Richards pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89E, as well as to permit him to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Senior Vice President of Food and Beverage, pending his plenary qualification. Again, we have Senior Counsel Pimpinelli to review that with you.
Chairman and Commissioner Cooper, Teresa Pimpinelli again on behalf of the Commission appearing. For your consideration is the petition for a temporary qualification and for a temporary casino key employee license for Warren Richards to permit him to serve as Senior Vice President, Food and Beverage for AC Ocean Walk, LLC, pending his plenary qualification and licensure. You have staff's memo on this matter. A draft resolution was circulated to the parties. Joseph Muscat is appearing on behalf of the petitioners, and Sarah Ben David is appearing on behalf of the division. Again, I would ask counsel to enter their appearances.
Are they on the line?
Yeah, there are, I believe. Is anyone on?
Is Mr. Muscat or Ms. Ben David available?
Sarah Ben David appearing on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement.
Okay.
The division advised on November 6th, 2020, that it had no objection to the issuance of a temporary casino key employee license and temporary qualification of Warren B. Richards to serve as Senior Vice President, Food and Beverage for AC Ocean Walk, LLC. I have reviewed the draft resolution and have no objection.
Thank you. Musket?
I don't
Chairman,
bel
it appears he is not on the line.
Are there any questions for council? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the petition and issue a temporary casino key employee license to Warren B. Richards pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89E and NJAC 19:41A-5.3D, and permit him to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Senior Vice President of Food and Beverage for AC Ocean Walk, LLC, pending plenary qualification, in accordance with the conditions contained in NJSA 5:12-85.1 and NJSA 5:12-89 and NJAC 13:69C-2.6.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Roll call vote?
Commissioner Cooper
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Item number 9 is consideration of the qualification of Zachary C. Zarnick to serve as Senior Vice President and Chief Compliance Officer of AC Ocean Walk, LLC. You may recall, Mr. Chairman and Commissioner Cooper, that this matter was addressed by way of temporary qualification at your May 6, 2020 meeting, at which time you granted his temporary qualification to serve in this capacity, which was reflected in resolution number 20-0506-12. We are here today to address his plenary qualification to serve, and counsel, at least it appears for the division, is here to address that matter for you.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioner Cooper. Sarah Ben David appearing again on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division submitted a report on October 8th, 2020, recommending that Mr. Zarnoff be issued a plenary casino key employee license and found plenarily qualified to serve as Senior Vice President, Chief Compliance Officer for AC Ocean Walk, LLC. The division has no objection. I've reviewed the draft resolution and find it acceptable.
Thank you. Mr. Musket, are you on the line?
I think he's still getting used to this process. I did email him the participation instructions, and he actually thanked me via email. So I believe that just lost track of the time this morning.
Duly noted. Any questions for council? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and A, grant an initial casino key employee license to Zachary C. Zarnock pursuant to NJSA 5:12, pardon me, let me start that again, NJSA 5:12-89E and NJSA 5:12-89B4, and B, find Mr. Zarnock qualified to serve as Senior Vice President and Chief Compliance Officer for AC Ocean Walk, LLC, in accordance with NJSA 5:12-85.1C, NJSA 5:12-89B 1 and 2, and NJAC 13:69C-2.6.
I'll second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote?
Commissioner Cooper
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
An addendum to the agenda for your consideration is item number 10, petition of Premier Entertainment AC LLC, requesting permission for Michael Monti to assume the duties and exercise the powers, you all right, of Director of Corporate Finance for Premier Director of Finance for Premier pending plenary qualification. That's PRN 3222003. This was a late addition to the agenda and a request based on Mr. Monty being asked to qualify for the position of Director of Finance for Premier. You will recall that you granted Mr. Monty temporary key licensure and temporary qualification at the November 4 special meeting to serve as Twin Rivers Assistant General Manager. Due to circumstances beyond Twin Rivers' control, they are in need for him to serve in this temporary capacity. The division has reviewed the request and did respond positively via email. I believe both council are on the line to answer any questions and address the matter directly for you. Or am I incorrect?
Tracy Richardson, Division of Gaming Enforcement is here.
Okay, I guess Ms. Kaufman is at the closing table. Hey, Mr. Chairman, unless you have any questions for Ms. Richardson, the division is here. And as I indicated, they did provide an email response not objecting to the request. Otherwise, I will leave it to your discretion as to how you wish to proceed.
Are there any questions for council? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and authorize Michael Monty on a temporary basis and prior to his plenary qualification to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Director of Corporate Finance for Premier Entertainment, AC, LLC, in accordance with NJSA 5:12-85.1 and NJAC 13:69C-2.6.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
And Chairman Pelosi?
Yes.
In accordance with Resolution 19121103, the next closed session shall be held on Wednesday, December 9, 2020, at 9:30 a.m. in the Commission offices.
Thank you. This is the public participation portion of the meeting. Ms. Fauntleroy, do we have any questions?
Mr. Chairman, we did receive one email regarding key license number 000-558-11. Due to the sensitive nature of the email, I will not place it on the record, but I will forward it to you for such action as you deem appropriate.
Thank you. Any further public comment? Hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make that motion.
I'll second that motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. The meeting is now adjourned.